Welcome everybody to episode 11 of AWT, Andrew's Wrestling Talk, where we bring you the news and reviews of wrestling all over the UK and much more. So on tonight's show, we've got a bit of a jam-packed show here tonight. We've got some news and reviews, as we always got results and from upcoming events for the rest of the month. Also we've got some news. Also we've got the 3 huge pay-per-views that we had on this week. In TLC from WWE, Delete WCPW, and Final Battle from Ring of Honor. Absolutely fantastic. Plus we've got the Cool and Uncool Wall. The results from that later, and what will be coming up on the Cool and Uncool Wall later up on in the show. So let's start off with the news and reviews that we've also got. Also, we've got Richard Meredith, who will be bringing you some news and reviews as well. Now, his news and reviews later on will be on British Empire Wrestling, bit of IPW, and some other international news from some of our British superstars overseas, and some stuff going on in Germany. So that's great stuff, that is. So let's start off with Hope Wrestling that we had on this past Friday on the 2nd of November. Evolution 43 in Mansfield. And we had, by the looks of things, they had a great card there. So the Golden Ticket Battle Royal was won by White Tiger. Also, the LCW Tag Team Championship Title Open Challenge. It was Hard Knocks Incorporated defeating Barricade and Reigns. Also, the Hope King of Flights Championship. Ashley Dunn defended and defeated Chris Ridgway. Also, we had Paul Mullen teaming up with LJ Huron, defeated Project Lucha and El Ligero. Oh no, sorry. Project Lucha is El Ligero and Mike Kirby. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Also, here's a great one as well. Jake McCluskey had beaten Joseph Connors. Awesome. Well done, my friend. And Jimmy Havoc defeating Chris Taylor. Alright, great event that happened on there. Now, also, they had another event that was on Sunday, the 4th as well. It was on this past Monday. They had Morgan Black defeating Vinnie Cray. Also, Kent Nelson defeated Shogun J. El Hef defeated Kai Payne. Warren Banks also defeating Oliver Ross. Also, Tivy Lee and Frankie Vegas had defeated Hustle Malone and Twister. Now, following that, Hustle Malone had walked out on Twister, which had caused it to be a 2-on-1. And that's probably the reason why they lost. And a no disqualifications match, Jay Garner had defeated Chase Williams. Fantastic stuff. Also, don't forget their next event is Evolution 44, which is on Sunday the 18th of December in Dunstable. And as far as I know, the Hope title is on the line, and it will be champion Jack Jester defending against James Storm. Fantastic. Awesome. I'm liking that. That sounds like a little great match there. So keep your eyes open on Hope Wrestling, follow them on Facebook, and keep your eye out on the match updates for that event as well. So also this past Saturday we've had Pro Evolution Wrestling. They had an event. They had a cracking event. Also, you can see here we had Wild Boar defeating Big Grizzly. The System and Leon Hendricks defeated The Fever and Kid Candy. Lana Austin had defeated Danny Luna. Bram had defeated Charlie Sterling and Joseph Miller. Harry Hoxton had defeated AJ Gray. And the Pro Evo Championship match. It was T-Bone versus Eston Reese. Champion T-Bone. And he defeated Yastin Reese. Now, as far as I'm aware, they are having a rematch, which I should get to in a minute, which is at their next event at Churchdown. And as far as I'm aware, that's on Sunday, the 11th of December as well. And as far as I'm aware, we got Matt Riddle versus Steampunk Mickey, Big Grizzly to go against somebody. This one here, this one really does it for me. Leon Hendricks versus Bruce. That's right, Bruce. He's in Pro Evo Wrestling. Fantastic. Jay McCluskey also against Joseph Miller. The Fever to take on the Heritage City Hitmen. and the Pro Evo Championship, which will be champion T-Bone again to go against Yester Reese. Brilliant. So that was that event. Now I got another event here. This was British Championship Wrestling. I got some results from this. Now there was a match on here that really surprised me, which is why I'm actually bringing up the results for this one. So the BCW open weight title match. It was champion Kenny Williams defeating Bulk. Also Jack Jester defeating Chris Ridgway. We also had Joe Coffey, who defeated Liam Thompson. Dylan Angle and Adam Maxted had defeated The Aggression. The BCW Heavyweight Championship match, champion BT Gunn had defeated Steve Xavier. And the one match that really caught my eye here was the WCPW World Heavyweight Championship match. I'm going to say this now. Drew Galloway versus Matt Hardy. Drew Galloway defeated Matt Hardy, by the way, as well. Also, we'll get to WCPW in a bit on Delete WCPW. Absolutely fantastic. I never thought I'd see that championship being defended at another show. I mean, this looked like it'd been a cracking showing to have that there. And must have brought in some crowds. We don't half love broken Matt Hardy. Right, anyway. Also, so we got some more results from Richard Meredith. So let's take you to Richard Meredith now with some other news and reviews.
Thank you, Carl. This is Richard Meredith reporting for the first time for AWT. I'd like to start with some international news. Mike Skrull retained the television championship against Will Ospreay and Dragon Lee at Final Battle 2016. And in Germany, for GWF at Women's Revolution, Jamie Hayter defeated Kira and Pollyanna defeated Amalie Winchester. Reporting the results of IPW UK's Future 21, which was on Sunday. Jonathan Windsor won the scrum match after pinning Sid Scala, after which he beat him down. This is a change of character for Jonathan Windsor. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. Mike the Strike Broly defeated Snare by KO. Scott Starr retained the All England title against Brandon Croft. Johnny Storm and Jody Fleisch defeated the Ruckers. Cuban Heat, in his open challenge, 10,000 pesos challenge, defeated Kieran Donnelly, with interference from his new associate, Big T. Earl Black Jr. defeated Dylan D'Angelo due to forfeit via injury. Team Havoc defeated Team Riot. In the main event was the Future 21 Battle Royal. Kieran Donnelly come back from his earlier defeat to win this one. Let's see what that holds in the future for him. Reporting on Britain's Uprising 4 for AWT. I'd like to list the women's results now. Leah Owens defeated Nina Samuel. Casey Owens defeated Cycle Elita by DQ. And Alex Windsor defeated Little Miss Roxy. Now in the main event, it was originally Nixon Newell defending her BEW Ladies Championship against Rosemary. But as many of you may already know, Rosemary defeated Jade in a steel cage last week on Impact to become the new TNA Knockouts champion. So, BEW booked it, title v title. From what I've heard, these two had a hell of a match before Toni Storm came out and said even though she was not medically cleared to compete, BEW were adding her to the match. Toni Storm then went on to win, ending Nixon Newell's 500-day title reign. This is a big deal for Toni Storm. Let's see what the future holds for her.
So thank you, Richard, for bringing me those news and reviews. Absolutely fantastic. Great to have him on the team. Really does know his wrestling stuff, especially his British wrestling stuff, and that's what I want. That's what I've been looking for. I have been looking for 4 people to come and join me here on AWT for the news and reviews. I want people to be able to bring me results. I like people to come and talk about the upcoming events that they've got on as well. Anybody, it doesn't matter who, you send me your videos, send me your pictures, however you want to do it. You do that, and you will get one of these. That's right, it's the AWT t-shirt. That's right, you get me some news and reviews, you want to join the team, bringing me news and reviews, and pictures and little videos and whatever, give yourselves a video podcast and send it over to me, I will give you a free Andrew's Wrestling Talk t-shirt. Yeah, baby. That's right, and AWT is growing. It is growing. We are going to be at the UPW Yeovil show, and we've got lots of things going on there, which I shall get to that in a minute. But let's talk about some upcoming events that we've got coming up over now for the next couple of months. So, Pro Wrestling Pride on the 11th of December in Payton. Now, I've spoken about this a couple of times, but let's just go over this again quickly, just to give you guys a rough idea of what the card is going to be. So we've got in a pre-show match, as far as I'm aware, Red Eagle versus Hard Flyer, and then later on, and then in the main show we've got Joshua Knott versus Muhammad Ishira. I can never say that guy's name properly. Plus the Catch Division Championship Open Challenge, Kelly Six to defend against, who knows? And you find out if you're going to Pro Wrestling Pride on the 11th of December. We've also got UK Dominator Anne Bain and PJ Jones and Nadia Shropshire to go up against Hawk, Maxted, Rebus and Bob Taylor. Huge 8-man. Or shall I say 6-man and 2 women. Also, the huge tag team match that I think is going to be a fantastic match, and I'm so proud of this guy to be teaming up with this other guy as well. So we've got Gideon and Lomax to go against Eddie Ryan and James Storm. I almost said Johnny Storm there. But James Storm, what a tag team that's going to be. Eddie Ryan, you're going to have the tag team of your life on that night, I'm telling you now. Also, we have the no disqualifications match for the Pride Heavyweight Championship. Bram defending the title against Ultimate Tiger. Also, we got Chris Andrews and John Harding and Doug Williams all in action as well. And you will only see them if you go to Pro Wrestling Pride on the 11th of December in Payton. Awesome. What else we got here? So we got Progress Wrestling that's also on the 11th of December, which is on the which is at the O2 Academy in Sheffield, Chapter 40. So we've got, as far as I'm aware, we've got Mark Andrews and Eddie Dennis to go against Nathan Cruz and El Ligero. We've also got Will Ospreay versus Adam Cole. Oh, hell yeah. Loving that one. Also, we got Tony Storm to go against Brie Priestley. Also, the Progress Atlas title Open Challenge champion Rampage Brown to go against a mystery opponent. And of course, the Progress title match, which, if any of you have seen this on Facebook and that, this is going to be a great match. It will be champion Pete Dunne to go against Zack Sabre Jr. Fantastic. Obviously, a little bit more to come on that as well. Hopefully, we'll get some more info on that as the days go by. So, also, another one here. Some of these I haven't actually been talking about before, but we're going to talk about some of these anyway. So, Absolute Wrestling. Absolute Wrestling have got an event, and it's called the Kings of the North, Newcastle, 11th of December as well. They've got the Kings of North tournament match, which is Zach Gibson versus Liam Slater. I like Liam Slater. Awesome. HT Drake, which is also part of the Prospect, which is in WCW, to go against Marty Kirby. And then obviously the final of that, there's also a Queen of the North tournament as well, which has got Alexa Rose, Errol Davis, Little Miss Roxy, Cat Von Cage. This goes on. Plus, there's much more to come on that event as well. So we're going to try and keep our noggins on that one and see how we and see what else approaches in that. Now, also, as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen much any more on this event, and I'm hoping it's still happening. But on the 17th of December, South Coast Wrestling will have an event on in Bournemouth at the Bruford Community Centre. Apparently, you can buy your tickets on Skedaddle. I've noticed that you haven't been able to recently, but we will see. I'm hoping that the event's still going to be on, because I'd still love to get there with Andrews Wrestling Talk and cover that for you guys as well. And also, don't forget that this week we are going to be at UPW Next Generation at Yeovil Abbey Manor Community Centre. Again, I've got a little video trailer for this one actually. Take a quick look at this. So there's a little video there that I've done there for UPW Next Generation. Also, we've got so much going on that night here for Andrew's Wrestling Talk, me and the team. We've got Q5s, we've got quite a few Q5s actually, which we'll be announcing through the weeks as go on. Also, we're going to be hoping to bring you a pre-show. And a pre-show, we're going to be sat there with me, the AWT team, and Sky Smithson, as far as I'm aware. We're going to be sit there and we're going to be talking about the upcoming matches, a little bit on the history of the guys and stuff like that, followed by the highlight trailer that I also will be bringing you as well. So, I mean, UPW Next Generation, I mean, that's going to be great. You know, Eddie Kenway versus Curtis Chapman, Gracie Rivas versus Jason King, Psycho Phillips in a two-on-one match with Joshua Knott and Brendan White, Hotshot Allen versus Johnny Gale, Lion Kid versus Jackal. It's going to be a great event for some of these stars that are going to be starting in UPW. Absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait. It is going to be one hell of a night for Andrew's Wrestling Talk. I'm telling you that right now. Hell yes. Right, anyway, I've got another little video. Take a look at this video. Yes, that's right, TWS's birthday. 6th birthday, over 300 episodes. I'm going to be there recording it for them. It's going to be an amazing night, I can't wait. And plus, before all of that as well, on episode 15 in the new year, I've got Andy Evans here that was going to be sat here with me in the studio to be talking about that, and plus UPW's 2nd anniversary. So yes, we're all very looking forward to that. And yes, TWS, I want that obsolete hoodie. Awesome. So let's have a look at the 3 pay-per-views we've had this week. WWE, TLC, Ring of Honor, Final Battle, and Delete WCPW. So let's have a quick run over TLC quickly. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was alright. I really like the fact that the Wyatt family are now tag team champions. I do like the fact that Alexa Bliss has won the Women's Championship as well. I didn't really find Dolph Ziggler versus Miz in a ladder match that interesting. Being a ladder match, I love ladder matches. I just really couldn't find that one interesting at all. It's really boring me. So I'm kind of hoping that this rivalry between these two has ended now. And of course, the heavyweight championship match at the end. AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose. Freaking idiot James Ellsworth, honestly. I don't care whether if he's a heel or not, or whatever, helping AJ Styles, helping Dean Ambrose, I don't care. The guy needs to be fired and needs to be let go. I am really not a fan of the guy. But I'll give the event a 7 out of 10. It was okay. I personally actually thought it was a little bit better than Survivor Series. I wasn't that keen on Survivor Series. The TLC did, pull off some good things. And let's see, what happens at Roadblock, which is the next one. Yeah. So, also, Ring of Honor Final Battle. Now, as Richard Meredith had already said in his review earlier, that Mike Scott had retained his television championship at Ring of Honor. And I tell you what a match that was. That was almost one of the best matches of the night, personally. Absolutely fantastic. Will Ospreay also in that match that just, oh God, honestly, I can't go on how much it was such a great match. But also the one other thing that I like to talk about when it comes to Final Battle, Cody Rhodes. Now Cody Rhodes is everywhere at the minute, and I mean everywhere. He's wrestling for nearly every UK promotion over here at the moment. He's now Intercontinental. He's now Internet Champion for WCPW. Plus, he's the Global Force Next Gen Champion. And he's been fan favourite everywhere he goes. But at Ring of Honor, no, low blow on Jay Lethal. Wow. For the victory as well, which has made him look like a heel. But I guess you've got to do something different in different places, otherwise it's going to be very samey, just like it is in TNA and anywhere else that he's been recently. So that for me was quite a shocker. Also, also the Young Bucks. How many super kicks did the Young Bucks hit on the Briscoes? It must have been about 30 super kicks in a row, surely. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I don't know how those two survived going through that many super kicks. But yeah, what a great match that was as well. The whole pay-per-view in itself was brilliant. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I did thoroughly enjoy it. Also the fact that Matt Hardy as well had also come up and said that he was bringing Brother Nero with him. Oh my God, I can't wait to see that. And then that's another one that is absolutely all over the place in wrestling at the moment. Broken Matt Hardy. No wonder he's trying to keep himself away from the WWE, because he's making his name and pushing this gimmick with everybody else at the minute. It's so much better. I love it. Fantastic. Also, talking of Matt Hardy being, in obsolete gimmick, WCPW, delete WCPW that was on this last Wednesday. What an event! Personally, it was. The first match they aired was aired on Facebook. Fantastic. Cody Rhodes versus El Ligero, and he defeats El Ligero for the Internet Championship. Absolutely amazing. And it was lovely. Thank you, WCPW, for letting us watch that for free on Facebook. But then the rest of the night, you would have had to have either got it on Fight or on WCPW Extra. But the Swords of Essex and Brie Priestley had defeated Mustache Mountain and Nixon Null. I do like Mustache Mountain. I love their theme song as well. I think it's great. But I do like Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. They are a great tag team. Love it, being gentlemen. Also, Johnny Mundo was supposed to be facing Alberto El Patron. The problem is with WCPW, you can't really hear what they're talking about on their microphones at all. It's really not very clear at all. You can hear the odd bits here and there. But for some reason he wasn't there. Ended up facing Gabriel Kidd. Oh man, what a match. And what a match for Gabriel Kidd to go through as well. But he did lose. Johnny Mundo did win. We also had the best of 7 Primate defeating Rampage in the first match. No disqualification match as well. Bully Ray defeating Matt Hardy. Now, I don't quite get... I mean, I know you've got to have, some disappointments and some shockers. But the whole show was dedicated to Matt Hardy and the whole delete thing. For him to go and lose to Bully Ray, I was rather surprised. Then again, like I said, you've got to have a shocker. But still, I was still really surprised that happened. Anyway, Bully Ray is part of now the Pacitti Club, thanks to a low blow as he hits on Matt Hardy. Also, we had the WCPW first ever Tag Team Championships, the tournament, the final, the Coffees versus Moss and Slater. Moss and Slater walk out new WCPW Tag Team Champions. Fantastic, they are a good team. Loving Liam Slater. Liam Slater's a class athlete. I do really like Liam Slater. And also we have the 2 out of 3 falls match. Will Ospreay versus Martin Kirby. So first fall, Will Ospreay. Second fall, Martin Kirby. And third fall, Will Ospreay. So that's it now. He's now beaten Martin Kirby twice out of 3 times. Now following that match, the Pacitti Club had all come down. With, all members of the Swords of Essex, Paul Robinson, Scott Wainwright, and Bully Ray was to join him as well. So we had a 5-on-1 beatdown on Martin Kirby until the broken one turned up. Till broken Matt Hardy turned up with a chair, chased them all off, and hit a twist of fate on Will Ospreay, with Will Ospreay's head stuck in the chair. Followed by a sable bomb from Martin Kirby off the top rope for a table. Brilliant. Martin Kirby definitely got his revenge, even though he didn't win the match, but he did get his revenge, so good on you, Martin Kirby. Also, the first ever cage match that turned into a triple threat cage match for the WCPW Heavyweight Championship. Drew Galloway versus Joe Hendry versus champion Joseph Connors. And what a match it was. And Joseph Connors had no chance. Absolutely no chance. We were getting a new champion either way. And your new champion, as I said earlier, from British Championship Wrestling that had that match, Drew Galloway walks out your WCPW champion. Awesome. And that's where your free pay-per-views. Personally, I give that one an 8 as well. That was pretty damn good. You're gonna have to really give me something to rave on about if you're gonna want a 9 or a 10 out of me. I'm telling you. That I give an 8 out of 10. So fantastic, fantastic, awesome, love it. Right, let's move on to the cool and uncool wall. Now, I've kind of messed up this week. I did a bit of a rush and I forgot to print off my cool and uncool wall stuff. So, but I've got some stuff here anyway. So, we had the votes out for the cool and uncool wall. Eli Drake, the dummy yeah gimmick. And should Roman Reigns even have a shot at the Universal Championship? Well, the votes are in. So, let me get some bit of blue tack off here because I haven't actually brought none with me either. So let's bring up the first one. So Eli Drake and the dummy yeah gimmick. Now this was a real backwards and forwards one here, and the votes are in. It was very close. In fact, it got to the point where it would have been a little bit like this brand split one where it was even. But I managed to get one more vote in, which turns Eli Drake dummy yeah into the cool side. That's right. So Eli Drake and the dummy yeah gimmick is going onto the cool side of the cool and uncool wall. Now, next one was Roman Reigns and the Universal Championship. Should he get a shot at the Universal Championship? Now, everybody I've spoken to on this actually does disagree with it. A lot of us don't think that this is really pointless. A roadblock as well. So he's not going to be defending his United States title then, unless it's going to be a United States title versus Universal title again. I just see it really pointless. Like, Roman could have defended the title against anybody. Chris Jericho would have been a great one. But instead we got Chris Jericho, I think, versus Seth Rollins, I think we're having, in a 30-man Iron Man, 30-minute Iron Man match, I think. I think that's what I read this morning. Or just the other morning. Don't forget, by the way, I record this on Tuesday, even though it's Wednesday today. Anyway, yes, let's get back to that. And anyway, the votes are in, and it is uncool. So there you go, Roman. Sorry about that, my friend, but you are uncool in a minute. So we're only going to be bringing one thing to you every week now of the cool and uncool wall. So the next one that I'm going to be bringing to you, are they cool and uncool? And that's the Broken Hardys. Are the Broken Hardys cool and uncool? For me, I think it's immense. It's flipping brilliant. I love it. Delete! Delete! Love it. Delete everybody. So yeah, let's get the votes in. I'll be posting that through the week. Broken Matt Hardy, Broken Brother Nero, Broken Hardys. Is it cool or uncool? To be honest, I can't really see anybody telling me that it's cool or uncool. Uncool, sorry. I'm sure most people are going to find it very cool. So, moving on to some news. So I've got some interesting news here as well. So after the TLC match that we had, apparently AJ Styles has suffered an ankle injury. Well, that's just typical, really, isn't it? If it does turn out that he's fully injured and got to give up the belt, it's going to be a real disappointment, and it puts a bad name on like TLC matches and stuff, because nobody else seems to get that injured. But again, once again at a pay-per-view, somebody's injured. Apparently Dean Ambrose has hurt himself as well. I'm not sure how. I think he's got a concussion. But still, I don't understand. I really don't. I mean, everybody else seems to be doing okay, but WWE are just full of injuries. And I'm not sure why. Also, Mickie James has signed to the main roster. That's great. And also, we've got Charlotte versus Sasha Banks again at the next pay-per-view. Again, like, I'm bored of Miz and Ziggler. Now, I'm getting bored of this. There are more than 2 women on Raw. You've got 6 women on Raw. And these are the only 2 that seem to be fighting. You've still got Bayley, you've still got Nia Jax, and you've still got Alicia Fox. And Dana Brooke. I know Dana Brooke ain't brilliant, but Alicia Fox is good. And I think they're pushing these 2 way too much. And, you know, it's not like Rock and Austin. You know, we didn't see Rock and Austin every night fighting each other every single pay-per-view for 6 months in a row. It's just getting, to me, it's just getting a little boring. But I think they should be sticking Bayley in there. Anyway, that's news on WWE. Big League Wrestling that have announced a match that's on the 26th of February in Exmouth for the Pavilion. And for the world title, it will be Mr. Anderson defending the title against Alberto El Patron. Fantastic. I believe Dominico will be bringing us the reviews for that in February. Fantastic. Now also, On Demand, UK Wrestling On Demand, which is powered by Your Fight Site. Now, UPW are now on there with Way of the Dragon. Now, you can get this for $3.99. It's a flipping steal. If you don't get it, you're silly. Not much, well, I wouldn't say it was, you know, better than the WWE Network, but you're going to get a lot of different companies on here. As far as I know, we've got Chaos, Triple X, and also Pro Wrestling Pride, as far as I'm aware, that's also on there in UPW. Now, I cover all of them, which is great, so I've got it. I'm going to be watching it. Fantastic. I love the fact that they've done that. Also, UPW will be bringing out their DVDs, which I would be buying as well. Also, don't forget, it's TWS's birthday next year. For the 6th birthday, the over 300 episodes, I will be there. It's Andrew's Wrestling Talk. Don't forget, also, next week, episode 12, I'm bringing you a Q5 with Sky Smithson. That's right, Sky Smithson's coming onto my Q5 next week. I will be doing this on the Saturday when I go to Yeovil. I can't wait, absolutely fantastic. First woman to be on my Q5. Awesome. And I tell you now, we've got some bookings here on this Q5 that you're going to be very, very surprised to see. So I'll be announcing those through the week. I'll be announcing another Q5 next week after the one with Sky Smithson. So, awesome. Anyway, that's me. This has been Andrew's Wrestling Talk. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, subscribe to me on YouTube, and share me around all over the place. And I have been your host, Carl Andrews, and I will see you next week for episode 12 and Sky Smithson Q5 on episode 12. Good night.
Impact! So never see